Today we are going to make some text boxes, and we will demonstrate our method for doing so. At the end of this video, you should have text boxes that function somewhat like this. You will have emoji icons for your players, and NPCs will have emoji icons. You'll have the text box and your text. The text will also change as you press the buttons to go to the next line, and when you reach the end of the messages, it should disappear, and you are free to move about. Text boxes are not particularly difficult, but there is a lot that can be done to make them look better. This was an earlier attempt at text boxes using custom fonts. This one did not work out so well. But the text box that I am going to be showing to you works just fine. And so let's just get straight into that. Needless to say, you're going to need sprites, lots of sprites. For NPCs, I just made a basic sprite that has a bunch of sub-images for portraits, and so we'll be using these. There's also the player's portrait, which is this sprite, and he's set up so that he talks, but we will not be utilizing more than the one sub-image. You'll need to create an NPC. So let's have a look at the NPC now. This is our NPC, and you see we don't really need anything in the create. This is a way to let yourself know if you have things set up properly, so I would go ahead and put this in. For the begin step, we want to add these things here. And what this will do, this doesn't need to be here. What this does, when the player is within range, we press the action key, and if our text box does not exist, then it will create our text box. These variables are for the text itself, so copy this into your code. Now we're going to go have a look at the text box object itself. We'll look at the text box object itself. This is our text box. You can see in the create event for our text box, we have a few variables. These are the variables that will determine the position of all the portraits and emojis. This will be our message 0. And this is just a way to make sure you have things set up. For our action key, we will be using keyboard checks for VK space. We want to add these variables also. This will help regulate your text. You'll want to add this also. This entire block here is for the text that draws in the box. Using these XY variables, this is how we will make the sprites kind of slide into the screen. From off screen, they will slide into position. If we go over to the step, we're using the alert function to make our portraits move from the spawn point to the target point. So it will spawn here and then slide to these positions. And we have this for the player's portrait, and this is for the NPC portrait, which will be on the right-hand side of the screen. This is for the emojis, and this will tell the emoji icons to move from one position to the other, and this portion will tell the alert function how fast or what speed or how long you would want that movement to take. We will have our action button be VK space. You will want to add this code, and this is also for all of your text. This will take all of your text and copy your messages that you put on the NPC. This will copy them into the text box. We look at the draw, there's nothing there. In the draw GUI, these variables are for aligning your text, setting your text color and making sure it can be seen. Our color's white. And set the draw for 1. This is going to be our text box. This is the box that will pop up, and the text will be drawn inside of this. And we'll use subimage 0 for that, and it will be spawning in at these coordinates, which should be right centered at the bottom of the screen for me. Then we're going to draw our player portrait, and we'll use the subimage 0. As a matter of fact, we'll get rid of the 0 and use image so that he is talking when he's visible. No, that won't make a lot of sense right now. It'll just look goofy, so I'll leave that 0. And he will alert them to this position, and then these are the sprites for my player. I'm using subimage 3, which is this will be our surprised face. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3. This will be the emoji we're using for our player while he is talking to this particular NPC. Now, here's where we are drawing the NPC portrait, which is portrait number 2, and we'll use subimage 6 for that. We draw the emoji for the NPC, and then we have these that determine the position and color for text and all that stuff. And so now if we go into a room, yes, now once you get into the room, you'll have to touch on your NPC, and then you go into the creation code, and then you add the messages. For those who do not know, /n is how you put a break in the line. So he's got message 0, 1, and 2. Let's add another one. tree back because he is hanging from a tree. And we're going to give this a quick run, and that way you will see how this text box functions, and hopefully you'll find this code to be useful. There's a lot of other things that can be done with it, especially the rep function. But anyway, here is what it looks like. So when activated, you see the sprites did slide in from the edge of the screen here. Our emojis are here. We've got the dead emoji because this guy's dead, and the surprised emoji because our old boy Zed here did not expect to find a person hanging in a prison. And when the action button is pressed, the text will change, and you see it is lined up. That is our text box. This is the method we are using. And feel free to use this in your own projects and get back to us with any questions, comments, or criticisms you may have for our presentation, as we are always looking for ways to improve the quality of the material we present to you. Thank you. Have a great day.